Welcome everybody to today's session for WHS 505, Investigate WHS Instances Assessment 1. Just a few general housekeeping rules. Firstly, this session will be recorded and uploaded to YouTube. Make sure you check into the chat box. There you can type in your student TAFE ID number and first name. The reason for this is we'll enter it into the system that you've attended the session. Any questions you may have during the session, please type them into the chat box and we will answer them at the end of the session or in a one-on-one phone conversation. This session will be focusing on the 4 elements of Assessment 1, responding to the initial incident, planning and developing an investigation plan, conducting an investigation, and finally tasks 4 and 5, portfolio and bibliography. It is important to take your time and to break it down into these 4 key areas. The important part of this assessment is to read what to do carefully. Here's a familiar slide from last week. We need to focus on looking at the PowerPoint for WHS 505, the link to root cause analysis for beginners, instant report template, instant notification fact sheet from Safe Work Australia, the health and safety incident investigation, guide to work health and safety incident notification. Here's another familiar slide. Remember from the preparation session, it's important to do research thoroughly on legal responsibilities. When should we choose to use the case study? When considering the incident to be used. In choosing the incident, its size is critical. Your organisation may have issues as well. This is where the case study can be used. The case study has minimum of information and you will need to be creative in collecting your evidence, information, photos and documentation. Responding to the initial incident. Make sure that you cover and consider the following. Areas to be checked that's safe to enter, that all injured parties are receiving medical attention and arrangements are in place. Preserve the incident site as per Section 39 of the Act. Site must not be disturbed until it has been confirmed it's not a notifiable incident. Study Part 3 of the WHS Act, Sections 35 to 39. Also asks the questions, what happened? When did it happen? Where did it happen? Who did it happen to? Who witnessed the incident and injuries? Was the person conducting the business or undertaking notified? Who else needs to be notified of the incident? Is it a notifiable serious injury or dangerous incident? Task 2, planning, develop an investigation plan. Make sure that you cover all requirements within Task 2. Additional areas to consider. Convening the investigation team. What is the time frame of the investigation? Who do you need to speak to? E.g. injured workers, witnesses, technical specialists. Does anything need to be photographed? Do you need to draw a sketch? What other documents need to be collected? Who do I report the investigation findings to? Additional information you may consider for determining why an incident happened could be safe, unsafe acts, near misses, near hits, unsafe conditions, inadequate procedures and processes, personal factors. Conducting the actual investigation. The purpose of the investigation of the incident is to try to identify the root causes of the incident and identify corrective actions to prevent the incident from reoccurring. It is not intended to assign blame to any party of making assumptions about the actions that may have led to the incident. When a serious incident occurs, they are often many factors which lead to the incident happening. It is the job of the investigation team to determine as many of these individual factors as possible and recommend appropriate corrective actions. If there are any witnesses or persons that were involved in the incident, they should be interviewed or spoken to about the incident and the details recorded, documentation of only the facts, what the interviewees said, did or saw. The investigation team should show that they have inspected the area and equipment related to the incident. Their technical referencing is required, e.g. Australian standards be also included. Applying root cause analysis on the physical, human and organisational causes. Root cause analysis can be briefly explained as analysing helps identify what, how, why something happened, thus preventing a reoccurrence. Root cause analysis are underlying, are reasonably identifiable, can be controlled by management and allow for generation of recommendations. The process involves data collection, cause charting, root cause identification and recommendation, generation and implementation. Take the time to look at root cause analysis for beginners. What are we looking for? Work procedures at the time of the incident, reviewing current policies, procedures, SOPs, JSAs and SWIMs that will need to be carried out by the investigation team. Material equipment, causes and failures. Workers' individual experience, skills, knowledge, training, abilities, physical capabilities and emotional state at the time of the incident. Management's WHS system in place at the time, e.g. management of risk, supervision, consultation, health and safety information being provided. Narrow down the causes of the incident by a process of elimination, determining the influences of the following factors: environmental, physical, and any sudden changes to the environment at the time of the incident are important factors to be identified. People, systems, operation, and intervention points at the time to be added to the timeline for prevention are identified. Tasks 4 and 5. Your portfolio should contain incident notification form, investigation plan or flowchart, photographs, sketches, graphs, diagrams, tables, witness and supervisor statements. Your bibliography needs to have at least 10 references. Now to the most important slide. This should become your mantra. When in doubt, ring or email your WHS teacher. Are there any questions? With there being none, thanks for coming. See you next time.